Hey, what's going on, Saturday Nation? Sam Crowley. One of the questions so many people have is when I have a message. Well, first, what is my message? That's probably the number one question so many people have. But where do you share it? Like, how do I get as many eyeballs, as many people to see my message and hear my message as humanly possible? But I don't have an endless budget. Like, I don't have $1 million to spend on advertising. And even if I did, I don't even want to spend that money because I don't know exactly how tight my message is just yet. Let's cut right to it, okay? If you want the best prospects, the best audience out there, do exactly what I'm doing. Fire up a camera, do a Facebook Live. Get your phone, start a podcast. 18 million downloads of a podcast every day for 8 to 10 minutes. All I do is pick up my phone, record an 8 to 10 minute message on my phone. It goes on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, all over the place. 10 minutes a day, that's it. For 15 years. So what's the secret? The secret is to pick one platform and stick with it. Everybody's like a bubble on a skillet, man. They're all over the place. They want to know, well, I'm going to go on YouTube. I'm going to be a YouTube star. Well, then be a YouTube star. But don't think when you shoot your first YouTube video, you're going to get 1 million people watching. That's not going to happen. Nobody believes that's possible, right? But yet we think, well, geez, I've had this YouTube channel for 3 months and I only have 40 subscribers. Yeah, okay. How many did you have before that? 0. Okay, so now you have 40 people. Do you know what it's like? I don't subscribe to any YouTube videos unless I really, really want to see that person's content, okay? So if you have 40 people, for example, in 3 months that have decided, that made a conscious effort, like consciously said, I'm going to click that subscribe button because I want to know the next time you have a video, okay? But here's what you're going to do. You're going to stop putting that video out there on YouTube. Same thing with a podcast. Did you know this statistic? I share it all the time. Did you know? Listen to this, okay? There's over 1 million podcasts on iTunes. Over 1 million podcasts on iTunes. Guess how many have been updated in the last 90 days? All right, and if you already follow me, then you know the answer to this question. But maybe you don't know. 18%. 18%. 18% of the podcasts on iTunes, where there's over 1 million, have been updated in the last 90 days. Did you know that you could launch a podcast right now? It doesn't cost anything. Yeah, iTunes lets you put it there for free. Spotify is free. iHeartRadio is free. Stitcher Radio is free. It's all free. It's like Google, Bing, Yahoo. It's just an index. They put podcasts out there and let people find them. Okay? Did you know that if you put your podcast out there today, you'd be one of those 18% that were updated in the last 90 days? And did you know how much traffic you would get to your podcast? Do you know how many thousands of downloads you would get immediately in the first 30 days of your podcast just by putting one out there? I purposely record my podcast on my phone. I don't have my microphone, do I? I do. Okay, let me show you what I do here. By the way, leave a comment. I can't necessarily see it right now. What's up? You having a good day today? You woke up on the right side of the ground, right? That's pretty important. So I hope you're having a good day. All right, this is a Shure MV88 microphone. So it's $150, okay? Get it in SHUR, Shure. There it is. There's my big podcasting studio. Woo! Watch out. 18 million downloads. No boom mic coming down with a fancy, logo or anything. I could do that. I've done it. Not a big deal. Because I want to be able to pull over in a grocery store parking lot or Dunkin' Donuts and record a podcast and just get what's on my mind out there. So, millions of people can hear it. I don't get caught up in the editing, I have an intro and an extra, jingle. Ooh, that's exciting, Everybody's buying the bells and whistles. Everybody's buying the bells and whistles. You know what people want? They want a real person like you to share a real message with them. Now, you might struggle and say, hey, what is my message? That's okay. And here's a shameless plug. You go to launchwithsam.com. I'll talk to you one-on-one when you're ready, okay, to work together one-on-one. I'll hold you accountable to getting that message out there. But did you know that you can already just get going, just hit record on anything that you want to do, whether it's a video like this or whether it's an audio that I just showed. I just showed you what I do every day in my car. Go search iTunes right now and type in the word motivation. Let me know what podcast comes up in the top 5. Search the keyword inspiration. Let me know what podcast comes up. Browse the iTunes directory under the business category and go under entrepreneurs and look at Gary Vee and Tim Ferriss and those people like that. And then you'll find your boy right there in the top 20 or so, maybe 25. I don't even care. I'm just saying I'm right there with all the big people, all the big names. 8 to 10 minutes a day in a car. It's just consistent. Nobody's going to buy your product if they don't feel like they're getting some sort of consistency behind it. Would you buy a product or work with somebody one-on-one if they couldn't show up a few times a week on a platform, at least like they cared, and share a message with you? Like if they're not doing the very thing that they would want to teach you to do, wouldn't that give you a little bit of concern that, you know what, maybe they're not exactly, who they say they are? And look, that's not to say you got to go live every day, or, that's not to say you got to be, out there, on every single social media platform. Pick one. You like LinkedIn? Do LinkedIn. No big deal. Do LinkedIn. I mean, there's a billion people there that are looking every single day. I get spammed on LinkedIn every day in my inbox. I get 700. Hey, Sam. Now, I know it's automated. I know there's a thing called Sales Navigator, and you can do that. But, you could stand out really well on LinkedIn just by going live every day. I don't do it because I don't want to be on LinkedIn right now. Not a big deal. One of my best coaching clients, Dan Brzezowski, the world famous Dan Brzezowski I talk about all the time. Great guy. Lives in Chicago. Super successful. We're working together now. Dan came through LinkedIn, so that's good. That's great. You can find coaching clients anywhere. But if you keep shining that magnifying glass over every single platform, none of it's going to get hot. You know what I mean? You're going to be like everybody else out there. You're going to say, well, that didn't work. I tried that. They all work fine. Each one has their own little nuance to it, though. Like you're watching this on my business page. Did you know I go live every day inside my group, Motivation, Inspiration, Entrepreneurs with Sam Crowley? Did you even know I had a private group? It's free, no charge. I'm in there every day doing a Facebook Live. Did you know every single podcast client, besides Dan I talked about, but even Dan he then came on board after he listened to my podcast, every single coaching client, high ticket, we're talking 10, 20, 30 grand, comes through my podcast. How does that make you feel now? That I do a podcast for free. Remember, all it is this little microphone into here. And you're buying all these fancy gadgets, putting a big studio together, looking at all these people out there that says, you got to have all the best software out there. Software is great. ClickFunnels is great. DropFunnels is great. Leadpage is great. WordPress, Thrive Themes, all that stuff is good. It's all good, but it's only good if you use it for what it's intended to be used for, I mean, if you're just out there expecting the software to do the work, you're missing the main cog in that wheel is you. Like you got to show up with your unique message, with this zone of genius that you can provide. Here's the difference and the beauty. The difference between software and you. Software can be cloned, pirated, ripped off. Nobody can rip off your message. Nobody can steal, your story about what you did and how you overcame adversity 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. Nobody can steal that. And yet, a lot of times, that's the single biggest fear that people have is putting themselves out there in a vulnerable way and sharing their story. I've put myself out there so much. Look, if your goal is to avoid criticism, don't ever get started. Just don't. Go to a job. Stay in that job, sit in that cubicle, microwave that macaroni and cheese from last night, go to the lunchroom, engage in water cooler talk. Just don't try to be different. Because once you try to be different, you open yourself up for everybody else's opinion, which don't matter. Once you understand, opinions are free. You can say anything. There are a lot of keyboard cowboys on the internet. That stuff's free. It doesn't matter. What matters is somebody like you says, I know I'm not the best speaker out there. I know I'm not the best marketer out there. I know I don't have these movie star good looks or these Harvard, Yale educated background, but I know I got a message. And I know there's a lot of people out there that would resonate with my message if I could just put it together in a succinct way. And the only way I'm going to get better at this message is to continue to share it. Nobody puts themselves out there the first time, whether it's a live video like this or recorded video, that this is going to turn into a recorded video. I'm going to keep it on my page. I might even use it for ads, But nobody puts themselves out there thinking everybody's going to love me. That's not even real. Geez, we're so divided now. You could say something like the sky is blue and half the people would disagree with you. That's just where we are now. So if your goal is to be loved and on the internet, are you kidding me? Right now on social media, nobody should ever put themselves on social media thinking, I'm going to be loved. You know what your goal is? To get out there and start working on the hearts of individuals that you want to minister to. Whatever your product or service is. Heck, you could be selling water. You could be selling software. You could be mowing people's lawns, helping them move, or doing what I do, help people get really super clear on a message so they can launch a movement and at least leave a legacy, But you don't get good at that the first time. You don't get good at that the first 100 times. But you know what happens over time is that you get really good at this thing that you know that you want to do. And the reason you get good at it is because you don't give a crap what anybody who isn't going to jump on this bandwagon with. You don't give a crap what they think. You care what your audience, what this target audience thinks. So let's say you got 40 subscribers now. Those 40 people, they do respect you. They may not like everything you have to say. Even the people watching this video aren't going to like everything, but they're going to resonate with it. They're going to say, that Crowley guy, he's got a point. We're at some point in time, your last day, you're closer to your last day on earth than you are your first day. And you're going to sit around worrying what other people think? Jeez. And the guy's using a microphone and he's getting 18 million downloads that he puts into his phone? What? I want to find out more about what he's got going on. That's pretty wild. I'm going to connect with him, or at least I'm going to subscribe so the next time he does a video, I want to know about it. Because I can harvest the best and throw away the rest, but I resonate with that person. It's exactly why you should get your message out there. That's exactly why you should move forward. You don't got to quit your job today if you're in a job. Eventually you should. I just don't think we were all cut out to take orders every day, 5 days a week, just so we could ask permission to take 2 days off. I just don't think that's why we're here. I think you're here for something greater than that. And when you understand what that is, then you start to work on that message. Then you start to find other people like you who resonate with that message. Look, you and I didn't connect by accident. You're watching this video for a reason. I believe that. I don't think there's any coincidences in life. And maybe today isn't the day we're going to work together one-on-one, but that's okay. Look, I put free content out every day, my podcast every single day. Inside my Facebook group, go ahead, just find it. Sam Crowley's Motivation, Inspiration, Entrepreneur Group. Go ahead and join the group. I'll do a live video for you every single day. But here's what you got to understand, all right? Every day that goes by that you don't at least try to put a message out there is wasted opportunity. Because people don't want you to be perfect. They don't want you to be the smartest person in the room. They don't want you to be, the most polished person in the room. How many polished speakers have you like, geez, it's kind of cringe, right? It's like, geez, they don't know. They're like too polished, I remember seeing a speaker one day. He didn't know if he was in Kansas City or San Francisco. This guy had no idea. He shows up right off the plane, took a red eye. He was actually in Atlanta. Came in and gave the same presentation he's given 800 times. He's one of these professional like rubber chicken dinner speakers that he comes in, they hire him, and he gives a keynote, doesn't know where he is, but it's a rah, 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 rah. And he leaves and goes to a different town and gives that speech the next day. That's not authentic. I don't even want that. You don't want that. People want you. They want you. They want your message. They don't want somebody else's message. They want your message because nobody else has your experiences. Nobody else has that amazing story. And again, if you need help framing the story, I'm happy to help you. But I don't even have a way for you to pay me for that. I'm just saying the only thing I got is at launchwithsam.com, but you don't even need to go there. Don't even go there. What I would love for you to do is to gain confidence from this video and to begin sharing a message on whatever platform you think is best for you. If you like video, do video. If you like audio, do audio. If you like writing, then be a blogger or post on social media, but do it regularly and do it with a purpose. Because most people won't do stuff with a purpose. Most people do it for a profit. And there's a big difference between doing something for a purpose and doing something for a profit. So do it for that. And when you Google your name 3 years from now, look at all the purposeful content that's going to be online because you started today. All right? Just do that. Just do that. Just start today. Remember, Who said it? I mean, God, 8 million people get credit for that saying, whether it's Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn, I don't know. But you don't got to be great to start. But you do have to start in order to be great. So do it. Just start today. Use that cheesy saying right there to get you motivated. But seriously, I don't know where my life would be if 15 years ago I listened to all the negative know-it-alls going nowhere who had all the advice for me. But I listened to the little voice in my head that said, you've got something. You've got something, Sam. I don't know what it is. Just do it. Trust the process. Trust in God. Just do it. Just do it. I'm glad I did, So maybe it's the wake-up call you need today. Do it. I'm here to tell you, man. You don't need to be perfect. Nobody's looking for perfect. They want you and your originality and your story. And get going. All right? I hope that helps. Have an amazing rest of your day.